We're starting off today by saying 90% of statistics are made up. You know what that was? A made up statistic, something that I just pulled out of my head. Statistics becomes a big thing that many people focus on these days, and I hear it all the time in the comment sections of my videos. People like to quote statistics on certain things and tell me why that means I can or can't do certain things. This amount of business owners fail. This amount of people with a degree do get a job. This amount of people with a degree can't get a job. This amount of people who move to this place feel like this. This amount of people who pay this band of tax have so on and so forth. I get told statistics all the time. And it's one of those things that really kind of grinds my gears. Now, I'm not someone who deeply cares because I've got enough self-belief to not worry. But people don't acknowledge what statistics actually are. Statistics are a reflection of people who do these things when it comes to certain categories. So if we talk about how many businesses fail, it's based on how many people start a business and how many people are or aren't successful. For example, when we talk about how many people make a certain amount of money, it's based on the people who make it or don't. And why is this important? Because behind a lot of statistics, or a lot of the statistics that people try and get me to focus on when it comes to dating or money or business or finance or cars or whatever, behind a lot of these things is the human spirit. So people look at statistics as an immediate limiting factor. People say, well, 80% of small businesses fail in the first 12 months, so I'm not going to try. What is behind a small business? Me? You? Everybody else? If 80% of businesses fail, look around at the general society. 80% of people are not motivated. 80% of people are lazy, weak, don't have fortitude, don't have the investment capital, don't have a plan. That's just one example. That also means that 20% of people make it. Now, here's the thing about a lot of these people who look to statistics. Certain statistics are not avoidable. Facts around price, facts around, I don't know, if we're talking about cars, horsepower is a statistic. But the percentage of people who keep a used car for a certain amount of time, that's a human statistic. Human statistics being based on us are therefore worthless, to me at least, because they are a reflection of society, of people, and of individuals. You have a different work drive to me. You have a different budget to me. You have a different background to me. You have a different set of beliefs to me. Which means that my attitude to running a business will be different. My attitude to driving an old car will be different. My attitude to working will be different. My attitude to buying a house will be different. My attitude to dating will be different, and so will yours. These are just a few examples. So when people look to statistics for guidance, it seems like the most, or the biggest matrix move that people can make, because the statistics mean nothing at all to most people. Now again, like I say, certain statistics are very valuable. Certain statistics cannot be avoided. But a lot of the things that we're speaking about here are simply a reflection of the human spirit and society more broadly. Of course you're going to fail to run a business if you don't have a plan. Of course you're going to fail in finding a long-term partner if you're not very attractive in any way. Of course you're going to struggle to run an old car if you don't have the money. This seems like simple, like common sense behind a lot of statistics. And here's the thing about data, right? Especially numbers, or a lot of statistics. They're based on binary answers. So, for example, if I ask 100 people, do you have a girlfriend, yes or no? And write a paper about it, or a statistical report. Let's say 50% of people say yes, 50% of people say no. It's a binary answer. I tick it as a tick box. This is a single person, someone who has a partner. This is a successful business. This is a failed business. Statistics fail to acknowledge who did this. Did the guy or the girl remain single because they weren't attractive? Because they turned down offers? Or they weren't in the place in their life, or they chose not to? Did the business fail because the owner didn't have the capital needed to keep it running? Or did the plan run out? Or, I don't know, did they face a loss? People look at statistics as a guidance for what they can achieve. In reality, the opposite of that's true. It's your job to break the statistics. You are not part of the statistics until you've done something. People see statistics as a big deterrent, as a reason to not try, as a reason to believe certain things in society. Look with your eyes. Look at what you're seeing in the real world. Look at what you're seeing in terms of consequences of actions and results of certain things. Don't look to statistics, guys. Stop looking at statistics. I don't care what people say in the comment section about this number of businesses fail, or the chance of doing this, or this many people are single. What is the actual facts behind it? And the facts behind it is, the reason why you believe in a lot of statistics is, number one, because it's the easiest scapegoat. If I say this, right? Well, my business failed, but so did 67% of businesses this year, and I'll feel better. The majority of people failed, so did I. I might say, oh, well, I'm single, but so is 83% of... These are just made up statistics, right? But you get the point. Then I can feel better about myself. But in reality, it means nothing at all. Stop looking to statistics, please. Right, this is the biggest thing that I would say to a lot of people out there. Statistics are not the guiding light, or should not be the guiding light in what you're doing and where you're heading. Or at least I don't think that they should. People need to focus on the reality of life and the facts of their experience. Don't become another statistic, is what I'd say. But to not become another statistic, you have to realise a few things about reality. And having a belief in it is one of them. I don't need to look at what number of people do this or do that to know what I can do. Because I feel motivated enough and strong enough in my convictions, in my abilities, in what I'm doing and the path that I'm on to just completely ignore it. So, perhaps that was more of a rant video, but this is one of these things that you would be surprised, just going off the comment section alone, how many people let statistics honestly ruin their life, when in actuality they mean nothing towards them at all. On the conclusion of this topic, look to what you can really achieve. Don't look to binary answers that fail to acknowledge what this person had going on in their life, who they were, where they lived, what they did. Look to where you are, what you're doing. Look to what you see in the real world. I see people being successful every day, so how am I going to say this number of this people or that number of that people? I don't believe in it, and I don't need to believe in it, and it makes me stronger to not believe in it. I believe in what I see, I believe in what I do, I believe in what I'm experiencing, rather than some numbers. Anyway guys, it's getting quite cold out here in the woods. Sun's starting to set at the lovely time of 3 o'clock. Seems like it's very slowly starting to get dark here, or perhaps very quickly actually. So I'm going to head off. Thank you for watching this one. If you enjoyed it, obviously give us a like and subscribe, and do leave me your thoughts in the comments. It's always interesting to hear other people's opinions. Thank you, and see you soon.